Hi there guys, it is Sincerely here and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm back with another video for you all, and today I am back with a speed build, and today we are building an evergreen harbor in that one lot, like it's called the Shipping Views I think, and I love this lot a lot because it's just so much fun to build on. And I am building a container home today because I cannot get enough of these types of builds. I'm literally always scrolling through Pinterest looking for inspiration because literally I love these types of homes. I am so glad The Sims added this type of home into, or like this kind of lot type, it's not a lot type, but this lot, I don't know, building materials for this lot type because it is literally so much fun to build. I love these houses a lot and I just can't get enough of them. So this is actually only the second container home that I've built in The Sims. However, I feel like it's like my 20th because I'm obsessed with them. Or maybe would it be, I don't know, I don't know. But yeah, it feels like this is like I built so many of them, but I've only built 2 of them, so I don't know what that means. But anyways, this is our second home, and this build is actually for my save file, which I'm really excited about because this home is gonna be in my save file, which I'm just so excited about. I have not talked a whole lot about my save file, however, it is coming soon, not really soon, in a really long while. Probably won't be for like another year or something, so don't get too excited too soon, but one day you guys will be able to see a save file and I will proudly be able to say I am a mom of a save file, which will be very exciting. And I have like a bunch of things that I want to do in the save file. Like I have like so many like ideas for like relationships and I don't know, households, and like I want to also figure out, because like obviously you can configure like the holidays in The Sims and I have seasons, so I want to configure like the seasons and not configure the seasons, I want to figure out what to do for the, oh my gosh, what is it called, for the holidays, or yeah, the celebration holidays. Like I want to figure out what to do for that because I absolutely am obsessed with that. I think that's so freaking cool, and I don't know, it's a lot of fun. So I want to figure out what type of holidays to put in the game, and if you have any suggestions, let me know because I'm literally always like obsessed over like holidays. I love the holidays in The Sims. So yeah, honestly, holidays in The Sims 4, this is a unpopular opinion, but I think that the holidays in The Sims 4 are better than The Sims 3. So I'll give The Sims 4 that, but not too much credit. No, actually I like The Sims 4, but that is just me. So yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, so like the door, so there's like windows in the front of the house and I put like a million windows there and I don't know how that happened at all. And I don't think I figured it out until later in this build. So you can kind of see it out of the corner right there. Like there's a million different freaking windows in the corner. I don't even know, but I don't even know how that happened, but apparently it did, and it's a thing. So in this build, there are 2 bedrooms, one upstairs and one downstairs. So we got not a lot of room to work with, some room to work with. So obviously, or not obviously, but I feel like it's apparent that when this build is done, that the parents' bedroom is downstairs, or the guardian or whoever you want to live in this household. In this household, I actually have a family living here, and I'll tell you a little bit about them in a couple minutes. So there's 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. So that is what this build looks like for all y'all, and I just think it's a cute build. I love it a lot. Like I had so much fun building this build. You guys have no freaking idea. Like honestly, this is probably not one of my favorite builds, but it's up there. You know, I don't choose favorites, but I kind of do sometimes. This is one of them. So yeah, I also have been doing this one build for a long while now that I haven't finished. I started it, and I honestly think I may have deleted the save file that it was in, so I may have to rebuild it all. But I do have like the video footage of it, and it was a really fun build. It was like a giant family home, and I'm seriously obsessed with that. Like I like building suburban homes, but I'm definitely more of a modern kind of gal. I like building my modern homes. Like they're a lot more fun, and just a lot more fun. That's not a word, oh my gosh. But yeah, they're a lot of fun to build, and they just, I don't know, just so much inspiration comes from them. And I feel like there's so many like things that you can do with modern builds that you can't do with like traditional builds or like suburban builds. I don't know, but you know, it's all good. It's all good. So yeah, so the kids' bedrooms are upstairs, and in this household, let me tell you a little bit about my family that lives in this household. So there is a family called the Faye household, and Fay. So that is them. They're kind of a fun little household. And obviously this is for my save file. So obviously I have a family living here. Or not obviously, but I have a family living here, and they're called the Faye household, like I said, and they're a really fun household. They have 2 twin girls, and the parents' names are Aubrey and, oh my gosh, Kyler. Yeah, Kyler. I love that name. I just randomized it in The Sims, and then it came up with Kyler, and I was like, ooh, that's a fancy name. So Kyler and Aubrey and their 2 twin daughters, Eva and Izzy, that's who lives in this household. And I wrote up a little bit of a description, because you can write up a description like about the household. So I want to read that to you guys. Oh no, my phone died. No, okay, I can't read the description. That's very sad. I was very proud of the description. I've been holding my phone for the past 5 minutes waiting to read this freaking whatever you want to call it, the description of the family, and it's basically all about them saving Evergreen Harbor, and obviously they live in the like worst part of Evergreen Harbor where it's all industrialized and everything. And so I was like super excited because they're like, we're with our 2 twin daughters, we're gonna make this town better. But I guess you're just gonna have to wait until my save file comes out to read their description. And they are CC free because I really want to make sure that everything is CC free in my game. But it's so weird because when I don't know if it's just because their skin still has CC on it, I'm not really sure, but they are CC free. However, on the thing it still says they have CC on them, so I'm gonna have to figure that out and investigate that. However, my other Sims in my save file are CC free, and I only have like 2 other Sims in the save file. That's how much I've been working on it. Literally not at all. I've not been working on it at all, but you know what, we working on it. The last time I worked on it was probably April, and it is now July, so it's been a bit of a while now since I've been working on my save file, but I absolutely adore it. I have done 2 houses or 2 apartments in San Myshuno, and this is my first household that was like an actual house. So yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, so my last speed build, which was an apartment build, that was actually for my save file, which I think I mentioned, but I don't know if I did. So yeah, that is for my save file, and we're working on this for my save file as well. How many times can I say save file in a minute? In a minute? Or in this video? I don't know. But yeah, I really wanted to make this house really fun and modern, so I hope you guys enjoy it. And how long have I been talking about this build? Wow, for like 7 minutes straight. Almost 8 minutes straight. Oh my goodness. But anyways, so how are you guys doing? I always ask that every video because I genuinely want to know how you are doing it. It's not just like, it's not just a thing I say. I actually genuinely want to know, because like I think something that I think about a lot is I think about like how I am going to, you know, affect other people and how I want other people to feel. And obviously I'm a very well, not obviously, but I'm a very sensitive person. If you could not pick that up already, I'm a very empathetic person. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but I am a very empathetic person. So I always genuinely want to know how you're doing. So let me know in the comments down below. And it really always makes my day. So thank you so much for all your comments whenever you guys comment on my videos, because it makes me so happy. Just like every time I like get a comment, it always just makes my like butterflies in my stomach, and I'm just like, oh, it makes me so excited and so happy. I actually got this comment today. It was my first comment on this sounds so silly. No, it's not that silly, but it's kind of fun. I got my first comment on, well, yeah, it was my first comment, I think, on my, it sounds like I'm saying comet, like the like asteroid thing. No, I'm not saying that, like comment down below, like that kind of comment. And I got this first comment on my Daily Legacy Instagram, and this one person, they asked like, oh my gosh, are Shayla and Devin gonna be together? And if you've watched my current household videos, you obviously know who Shayla ends up with, but she or this person, I don't want to assume their gender, but I was just like so excited because I was like, oh my gosh, someone's actually interested in my story, because I literally just post about it on like YouTube and on Instagram because I love the family, and I just want to share that with everyone else because they're my favorite family ever. Well, actually no, they're not my favorite family ever. My favorite family ever was my second household I ever created in The Sims, which was in The Sims 3, and it was a household, It was, it's so silly. Oh my gosh. It was a household where they were all princesses. It was so silly. They were princesses. It was like a royal family and everything. And it was so bougie and all of this stuff. And I just thought it was hilarious. That is probably, I have a couple favorite households that are my favorite. I don't know, it's just so funny making households sometimes because like it's just the storylines that you can come up with. Like this one time I came up with this super dramatic storyline where like her parents died in a fire and she is left alone with her grandparents and all these things, and it's super dramatic and that was in The Sims 3, and I remember playing with that household for a long while. I don't even remember the name of that sim anymore. That was such a long time ago. I have not played The Sims 3 in a really long time, but I really want to make a video where I'm playing The Sims 3 because I love The Sims 3 and my computer can run it, so I want to be able to make a video where I'm like playing in The Sims 3 and I want to be like, girl plays Sims 3 first time in 2 years or something like that. I've opened up the game, but I haven't actually played it. So yeah, I sometimes open it out of anxiety and like making sure that it still works, because sometimes it doesn't. I don't know, like I want to make sure that it still works because I want to play with it, you know? But I never end up doing it. And I feel like The Sims 4 to me is so much funner than The Sims 3 now. And it's so weird because like I used to think like, oh, The Sims 4 is boring and The Sims 3 is the funnest. And now it's like kind of switched on me, which I just think is so funny and just so weird how that switches, you know? And so I guess it just, oh my gosh, it's been such a long time since I played The Sims 3. Sims 3 is what I started on, and it's been a long freaking while since I've played that game. I feel like I've been doing a lot of just like for YouTube stuff and haven't had a lot of time to just play for myself. But obviously stuff like building is like a lot of stuff that I like doing on my own, and I like, you know, obviously I'm filming it for YouTube, but I still like doing it and it's a lot of fun. But not saying that I don't like Let's Plays, because I feel like only now I can play Let's Plays. What I mean by that is I can only film Let's Plays and have fun without, this doesn't make any sense, but I can only play Let's Plays because when I play with a household by myself, it's boring to me. I have to do a Let's Play because like I'm literally like how do I say this? Like I'm literally saying out the storyline out loud, and it's just like, I don't know, it's just really fun. And so it's kind of sad because it's kind of, I don't know, it's just like sad because I can't play The Sims 3 without, or The Sims 4 without recording it or anything, but that's still fun though. Oh, and so to mention at this part, I was trying to figure out what to put in the bottom part of this like bookshelf thing, and I was like, I have no idea what to put in there. So then I was like, you know what's gonna happen? You'll see it in a minute. Yeah, there you go. I put just a singular bowling pin in the bottom of the display case, and I'm like, you know what? They're just displaying their one freaking bowling pin because they're so proud of it. I don't know what it symbolizes, but they have a freaking bowling pin and they're obsessed with it. So that was my idea for the bowling pin. I have no idea where it came from. It was just a really random idea, and I just honestly don't even know where. It just came out of my brain, and I was just like, I had no idea what to put below in the bookshelf thing, so I was just like, you know what, fine, that's going there. So that happens, and that's a thing now. So we have a random bowling pin in the middle of the bookshelf. So don't mind it, it's just chilling, it's vibing. But whenever I put the bowling pins down, I always think, I'm like, maybe they're like a bowling champion or something, but I think like people might have decorative like bowling pins in their house. Like I can imagine that. Like, I feel like that would be an actual thing. Like, I'm sure, like, Kim Kardashian has, like, a golden bowling pin in her house or something like that. This is actually the second time I've mentioned Kim Kardashian on my channel. The first time I talked about it was in the 100 Baby Challenge, and we were doing, and I was like, oh, I wonder what Chicago West is doing or whatever. But, oh my god, that family, oh, I can't even. But, hey, I'm not going to judge you if you like that, because my sister watches that and I don't judge her, and I actually sometimes kind of get into it myself. So I guess it's a thing. It's kind of addictive. Reality TV show, man. I had a whole list of things that I wanted to talk about today, but I'm just going off on a rant here and we're just talking about whatever. So I'm just letting it flow, and that's really where the best build videos come out of things. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this, and hope you enjoy my rambling, because I like rambling sometimes. And really, this is the parts of me that like love doing YouTube so much, is I just like love romanticizing the fact of like just sitting here and like being able to do this, and like, you know, just having this whole idea of being able to have this channel and have this platform to just share my voice and talk about whatever the heck I want to talk about. I just think it's so fun, and just like, you know, it just makes me so excited, and whether or not people watch it, it brings me joy, and I think that's really where just a lot of my happiness comes from this channel, is just sitting here and talking about my life to you guys. But yeah, so as I was saying about reality TV show, I kind of have a guilty pleasure spot. No, that sounds wrong. No, I have like I have a thing for reality TV show. I'm obsessed. This is so bad. I'm obsessed with 90 Day Fiancé's reality TV show. That's a whole thing in itself. I don't know if you've ever watched that, but you should watch it. If you're into trashy reality TV shows, watch it. It's a really good TV show, and it just, oh man, it's so freaking trashy, but it's so freaking good. And it's also really just dramatic, and I don't know what else to say about it. So hey, if you're into trashy reality, or if you're into any type of reality, watch it, because like, girl, it's good. It's actually not too bad. It's kind of bad. We're currently, my family, we watch it as a family, which is so funny. Like, we used to watch like when This Is Us was on, which I don't know if you ever watched that show. If you haven't watched that show, that is a really good show. If you've never watched This Is Us, watch that show. But like, we always watch like TV shows together. Well, not always, but like, we watch certain TV shows together, and we watched This Is Us together, and like, this is our new This Is Us TV show, which if you haven't watched This Is Us, I know I've said this like 3 times, but you have to watch that show. That show is a tearjerker. It makes me so sad, but makes me so happy, just makes me so emotional, so watch it. But speaking of emotions, how are you guys? Why did I just say that? That was random. But how are you guys doing this summer and during quarantine? Because I know a lot of people are doing really stressful and I just randomly changed the subject. Why did I do that? That was so random, but I just felt like changing the subject, and this is my channel, so I get to do what I want to do. Sometimes these voiceovers are so bad, but they're so good at the same time, and I never want to change it. So this is the way I want my channel to be all the time. Is like super authentic, super good, and just super, I don't know, fun to listen to, you know? I don't know. Am I fun to listen to? I don't know if I'm fun to listen to, but I think I am. Am I self-absorbed to think so? Maybe a little bit, but I kind of think I am. I kind of think I'm fun to listen to. But I also really enjoy hearing people talk, which sounds kind of creepy and weird, but I do love hearing people talk and just talking about rants and rambling about random things. I think it's just really fun, and I don't know, I am obsessed with podcasts and everything. But speaking of emotions, I just wanted to check in, asking you guys how you are, because obviously quarantine can be very stressful, and it's a lot to deal with in a stressful time, and we're not in a normal time at all, and it's hard because, I heard this thing today. It was actually on a podcast while I was recording this video. I was listening to a podcast by, if you have not listened to her, she's a really good YouTuber, and she is a podcaster now. Very fancy. Her name is Nicole Raffi, and she does this podcast. It's a hilarious name because it's called Talk Nasty to Me. So it's not bad or anything. It's actually really good stuff, and it's kind of self-help kind of stuff. I don't know. But anyways, shout out to you, Nicole. I'm sure you're not watching this because I don't think you played The Sims, but if you are, hey, welcome. But anyways, so as I was saying, I was talking about how, she was talking about in her video how, the COVID-19 and the stuff that has happened in 2020 is not personal to you, so you can't take it as, oh my gosh, 2020 is so bad for me, because the things aren't personally happening to you. Obviously, people are getting sick and stuff like that, but you can't say, I don't know, I guess it just kind of changed my perspective on things and thought, you're right, you can't take things personally, and you can't be oh my gosh, 2020 is so bad, because really, in the reality of things, 2020 is bad, but it's not personally bad for you unless you have personally been affected by things of 2020. So I don't know, I just thought it was kind of an interesting perspective on things, and I don't know, I guess it's just hard because I think everyone's struggling through this time and we all don't know how to get through, and it's a really great time, but it's also a really sad and just hard time to get through, because obviously with all of these social reforms and I don't know, just all of this stuff, I'm kind of repeating what Nicole Raffi said in her podcast today, but I'm just it's hard because I think this time is a really good time, but it's also a really hard time for people to be in, and it's just it's really eye-opening, you know, like to I don't know, just be in this time and just deal with all these things. And I don't know, it makes me really grateful that I am in the place that I am in, and that I am with the family that I live with, and that I, you know, have a roof over my head and no one in my family is sick with COVID-19 or anything like that. So it makes me feel really grateful. But it is a really hard time, and I want to acknowledge that. And I don't normally get this serious on my channel, but I just feel like, you know, it's hard, and I feel like I kind of been joking off about coronavirus, but it is a serious thing, and it's not something to be like joking about, even though it's kind of fun to joke about sometimes. But it is something, and we all need to just realize that we're all here struggling and working through things all together. And I think it's hard because I know I judge other people when they're like out and about with friends on Snapchat or whatever, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, you're out in public, you shouldn't be doing that, meh. And I don't literally say that to their face, but I say that in my mind. And you know what, I'm thinking, that's just their way of coping, and I can't change the way that they're doing things. And obviously I would love to not have people out and about and doing things, but that is just the way people are coping, and I think that's something we need to realize, and I think we just need to kind of respect it almost, because people are going to be people and do what they want to do. And obviously that's not what I'm going to do. I'm not going out of the house and going to be hanging out with my friends because I feel that's unsafe, but I'm not going to judge you, or I'll try my best not to judge you if that is what you are doing. Anyways, this video is coming to the end, obviously, as you can see the screenshots here, and I'm sorry if this video was a little more serious than normal, but this is my channel, so I get to talk about what I want to get to talk about. So yeah, but I will try to be more upbeat in my next video. So yeah, but anyways, I'm going to go, so I hope you all have a magical day, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye guys.